All right. Okay. I see Rhonda. There we go. All right. I saw she logged in. So you guys can hear me okay? We're good?
Yeah, your audio's cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's collaborate. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Stacy's having trouble with her audio, but she's gonna try calling in on her phone, so she
Oh,
might be able to hear
okay.
you.
Wow, that's huh. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are having. You know, like I said, I really like Zoom. Zoom is very user friendly. It works great, but if you don't have an account, it only lasts 30 minutes. You know what I mean? The sessions do. So,
Greg,
yes.
we've been using the Microsoft Teams that we
Oh,
all have access to through the Office 365, and it's been working really, really well
and that works
for all
good.
of us.
See, I haven't used that.
Yeah.
Well, we can maybe even do that. Um, oh, okay. So, did the Microsoft Teams sound better than this?
Just for future reference.
Yeah. Oh no, that's fine. I don't. The only way to really show you is kind of have so you can see my screen and
Yeah.
everything. So, all right. Well, I haven't used that. I'll have to mess with that.
It's pretty cool. You can do like share screen,
Hmm.
real time, and all that good stuff. I
Oh,
like it for class.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like I said, I don't want to bash Blackboard, but I don't necessarily like this
It's really
collaborate.
easy.
Yeah. Well, this collaborate, like you said, it kind of cuts out. Some I've noticed it lags sometimes, and can cut out. So, okay, I'll have to use it. Well, like I said, I can show you what it looks like, and then we can go from there if you want.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna. Here's another thing: when you share your screen on Collaborate, here I just clicked on it. Yeah, it's really lagging. Um, wow. Just hold on one sec. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna drop down the rabbit hole. Watch if you can see my screen. It kind of yeah. All right. I don't know what's doing right now. Yeah, there's just a lag. Sorry.
It's okay.
Um, can you see anything at all?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a there's a button in the top right. It says switch to follow the speaker mode.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It means whoever's talking will be bigger on your screen.
Yeah.
I got you. Thanks.
Okay, I'm hitting share and it's just looking at me, so it's gonna take a minute, I think. So, well, let's try this. Can you see my screen now? Okay.
Yay!
Okay, good.
Got it.
Yeah, I think the Microsoft Teams that probably would have worked a lot better. I haven't used it yet, so I can do that.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about this is that it's within the Blackboard platform, so
Yeah.
we can
I
see what
yeah.
from
I
anywhere.
could probably do that on that Microsoft. So what this is now? This is called a master shell. Now the one I picked, I have two I was going to show you. This one's completely blank. So when you guys first get your shells created, because they'll take whatever your course number is and all that, and they're going to make you what's called a master shell, and that's the part that you want to put all your stuff into that, and then you can just transfer what's in that shell into your classes in the future. So you always have it in one place. You don't have to make a class every single time the semester starts. But what we have is over here on the left, these are all the tabs that you don't have to use all these. I don't use the getting started one yet, but I don't know if you can see this. There's syllabus, there's course overview, there's one that says schedule, there's one that says textbooks, here's the calendar, here's the instructor office, on the left, and then there's course messages. Can y'all see all that? You can?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like, watch, I'm going to click on the syllabus tab, and you see it's just empty. So what instructors do, what they'll usually do with the syllabus is, you know how you turn in your syllabi, or if you haven't, we turn in our syllabi as a Word document. You can just copy the Word document and copy it right into this. So these are the ones you set up, and you kind of make them vague as far as you don't have to put hard dates in this part of it. That way you can always, when you go to share the stuff for the following semester, you don't have to go in and change a whole bunch of dates. Now, you might want to in your syllabus, of course, but... Well, here, I'll show you. Watch. Let's see. Yeah, like so, we probably could have... So, here, I'll just start with this. So this is one of the syllabi that I turned in. So this is like for summer. You see it? Oh, I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
No.
Oh, okay. Let me try again. I was trying to share. Let me see if I can get the whole screen to share. Let me try that again. Let's try one more time. I want to share the whole screen. That's what I want to do. It's not letting me though for some reason. I don't know why. Well, good grief. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me share my screen. Well, I'll just go back to where we were. All right, let me try that again. So what I was going to say, here we go. I'm sorry. Can y'all see this now again?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason, there's an option on Collaborate. You can share your whole screen, but for some reason, it's not letting me today. It's weird. Well, you can just you know how you can copy a Word document? You can like highlight it and either right click or do the Control-C thing. Have you ever done that before? Yeah, you can. So what you would do, like, here's the syllabus. You see where it says item right here? You would just click on that, and everything in Blackboard, it'd ask you for a title. So you'd put that there, and then right down in here, and look, this looks like a Word thing. You can even make it full screen. But that's where you would just copy it in very easily. So I'm just saying you can copy a Word document and then when you're done with that, you would just hit submit, and then that puts it under each tab. That's what you do with each one of these tabs. You probably should write it in a Word document and then put what you want to put in for each one.
Right.
Okay, so like for instance, okay, here's the syllabus. Look, this is one of my current. I hope you can still see this. Can y'all see? Can y'all still see my screen?
I can, but it's frozen.
Okay.
Like I haven't seen the last one.
Yeah, let me try one more time there. All right, hold on. Let's try this again. All right, let's do this one. Okay, can you see it now or?
Just take a minute. There it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of my regular classes. Look, and this is the syllabus tab. See, here's your information you want to put, like your office hours, but just like here's the textbook, but just basically what we turned in. If you offer a course, you have to turn in your syllabi. I basically just copied it right into the syllabus tab, like that. And then, yeah, I'll put pictures and stuff in, but see, if you go all the way to the bottom, and then there's like a schedule and everything. So that's one thing, and then there's a tab over here called the course overview. If you want to, it's up to you, of course. This is where you would put everything that's going to be involved with the class. If you wanted to put just like a summary, like this is everything we're going to be covering, what I usually do is I'll put like in there like this browser. I also have Google Chrome, but you put in there like you must use this browser for this class. Blah blah blah. Just anything you want to put that's just a general overview. Because like, and I've been doing that. So like I put like a description, I put the outcomes in here as well, put the textbook. It's just whatever you want to put under it. And all you do is go up here where it says item. I'm sorry. And right here, and I'm trying to go a little slow, but where it says item, you just want to add things. So
Okay.
I hope that's helping. Like here's a tab for schedule over here on the left. Same thing. See, this is a schedule. What I did is I made a table in Word. I just copied it in there. So like whatever you're going to cover each week, you could put under this tab. The tech. Yeah, and also you can look, if you do the item thing, you can make a table. Look, it's just like a Word part. See the little table? You can make anything also. I just think it's better to do it as a Word document, and that way you can save it. You know, you always have it. If you wanted to copy it into another course shell, you could.
Yeah, do you upload the documents so students can download and print, or you just copy and paste so they can view it?
Well, what I do both. Now I make these like this, but see the link here, and I made it too big. Must have been a high caffeine day. You can, if you want to, you can make all this stuff as a Word document, and you can just do it. It gives you this little option up here as a file. You know, you can put it on there. If you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it like this. But yeah, look, see, I put the schedule. Okay, it's disappearing. Here we go. Anyway, so they can download it if they want to. So yeah, that's actually good. You can do a Word document as well. A lot of people do that, but that's so they can print them out. Yes, absolutely. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so I hope you guys can still see my screen, but I'm just saying these tabs over here. There's one for textbooks. Same thing. You could actually just put a file there if you wanted for them to look at it. You know, I just kind of put the whole thing. I copy and paste it, but that's a textbook we use. And then there's one for your office hours. It says instructor office. And yeah, I kind of nerd out on this stuff here. So there's my office hours, and then you put like a little statement when you'll be checking things. That's very important in an online course. You need to tell them that you do not live by the computer, that you'll be checking your email such and such. And if you don't want to check it on the weekends, you can even put that in there as well.
So those tabs on the side.
Yes.
Those first ones, you control what the students see, or all of those what the students see?
As far as all these on the left, yeah, you control what they want to see. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But like I said, and whoever made that point, you can just upload a file. I did it like this because of another place that I work. They just they put it in there, and I like the way it looked. But a lot of people, and I do too, you can use a file as well. You can just upload a file and have it there. So, but yeah, you can control what they see. Absolutely. Is everybody kind of like, so basically these tabs are sort of like your description for your class. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here's the other thing. So on the online, what they call the template, can y'all see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You see the numbers on the left over here?
Yes.
Okay. It goes all the way to 16. Those are supposed to represent the weeks in the semester. Now, if you offer a 4-week class, of course, you can hide all the rest of these. You know, if you wanted just to have the first 4 open, or an 8-week class, you can hide the ones after that, so they only see the 8 tabs. But that's standard. So
I'm guessing the little drop downs, when you click on the drop downs, it'll say hide or.
Yeah, like this number 1 here. If you click on it, it'll say rename, which they don't really want you doing that. But yeah, you can hide the link. You can either one, permit guests, which I don't ever do. I don't mess with those. I don't delete them. But yeah, like for instance, right now, I'm gonna switch to the student view. This is an 8-week class that I have. So this is what they're seeing, and see how it goes. And right now we're at week 6, but see, I don't have the other ones open. So yeah, you control, like she was saying, you can hide them, or you can even set the dates if you wanted to. I used to do that, and I stopped doing it. You can even click on a tab. Like I'm going to click on this number 1. Up here on this drop down, you can even set like a certain date for them to open if you wanted to. You know, if you wanted to have them closed and then it's going to open on this particular day, you can even do it that way. See, like down here, it gives you the date and the time and whether you want them to use it. What I used to do that, but every once in a while I'll get a date off or something, and you still can, but I just go in there now and like whatever week they're going to be covering, I might just open it a day early. You know, I'll just go down here to this little, like this is week 7. I'll just say show the link, and I'll let them, you know, view it a little early if they want to. Okay, is this helping, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So these tabs up here, like I said, they're pretty self-explanatory. You can do a Word document like your schedule. You can make a Word document, and you can go under schedule, and under this, the build content thing is if you want to add something that's a document or whatever, you always go into this. You can either add it as a file. If you choose the item function, you put the little description, and then see that little paperclip thing, just like if you're going to email, that's where you would attach your document. Most time people use files for that kind of thing, but you know, you can do whatever.
Greg,
Yes.
you may be planning to cover this, but student collaboration, how does
Right.
that work?
Like the discussions?
Yeah, and for students maybe to work in groups.
To work in groups. Yeah, you can assign them into groups, but okay, I can, let me see here. Let me get a blank. This is my 8 week, so this one doesn't have anything. Yeah, anything you want them to collaborate on. Do you see where it has, well, here are assessments. Do y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, those are assignments, things like that. But under tools right here, it gives you, there's the discussion board, blogs, journals, wikis, but collaborating, you can assign them into groups, and then you can actually have them do a discussion board, or they can talk that way. I don't know if that helps, but like we'll do an example. You can do discussion 2 ways. Like I said, this template is going to be the same for online, and I have just found over the years, the less confusing you can make something, the better. You know, unfortunately, students won't find your assignments, but they'll find a typo that you made. But
Yeah.
like here's what you can do with a discussion. Like down here under this course tools, it has everything. Like when you click on it, everything comes up. But there's the discussion board there. You can select it there if you want to. What I was saying is, like, for instance, during week 3, if you wanted them to have a discussion, well, this is week 10. If you wanted to post a discussion, you could just put it under the tab so they can find it. And then right here, see it says create new forum. You click on that. You would put the name of your forum. Like right now, you could put coronavirus. And then in here, you can say, what are you doing? What are you doing that's interesting during the coronavirus? Or something in the description, you know, and that's... And then right here's where you would set what you want them to talk about. So discuss your activities, whatever that is. And then if you go down a little further, everything in Blackboard has this. You can set a specific date, or if you don't and you just hit submit, it will open automatically. And then here's like down here, in the discussions, and what happens is, like, for instance, if you're going to grade this, when you select grading, it then selects all the other things for you. I mean, you can control all of this if you want to, but what I've done is usually just standard view. I'll select the amount of points, however many you're going to give them, and then you just hit submit from there. So.
And so when you put a time limit on that as far as for them reviewing the test?
Yeah. Oh, like the exams?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put a time limit on that, does it just go away to where they can't see it anymore?
Right.
The test?
Yeah, it does. I can actually show you that. Let me go back to this. So what you do, let me click on this. If you want them to, if you're going to put a test online, which everybody does, when you go to build an exam, you would go up here under assessments and it's tests like that. But let me show you. This is an example of one of mine. So I'm going to, what it does is when you go to build a test, the first thing it's going to ask you is, do you want to put any instructions? You know, and that's, you would put that there. Like right there it even says description. And then down here in that box it has instructions. So you can put all that. You want to put like how many questions are on the test, what's their time limit, stuff like that. But if you go all the way to the bottom, and I'll take you through a test thing here in a second, but down here where it says when you want them to see the results, what I usually do is I'll put after the availability date, and I check all the boxes, and then I also check one-time view so they can see it once. And then once they look at it, they can't look at it again. And I usually do it after the availability date. That way one person can't take it and then look at all the answers and then go to somebody else, you know. That way they're all submitted.
And then is the test emailed into you?
Oh, no, it goes directly into Blackboard. When you set it up, it goes directly into the gradebook. If you want to do short answer, fill in the blank questions, you'll have to go in there and look at it yourself. If you do multiple choice or things like that, it'll grade it for you.
Okay, and mine will be multiple choice.
Okay. That sounds great. I actually have a video, and I'll send you guys the link. I have a video how to make a test in Blackboard, and you can watch it anytime, you know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'll send it because I'm actually recording this little session too. I'm going to send it to you. But, you know, if I show you how to make one, and I can, if you don't mess with it right away, it'll go away. That's what usually happens with me with advising and things like that. But, yeah, they can, if you do multiple choice, I think these, let me go back in here. The ones I have for lecture, because we have a bunch of different grades, but the ones for lecture, they're multiple choice and matching, things like that. So here's their quiz. Let me just show you. So there's this, and then here's all the questions. Can y'all see that? Yeah. And that's the matching. Here's the multiple choice. And you set which one, you know, the answer. It's really easy to do. And that's probably better. I'll send you guys the link, and I'll make sure I name it and all that. But you can watch that. It'll show you exactly how to make an exam. So, but that's it. So it goes all the way down. Yeah, if you set it up like this, it grades it for them. And then if you put short answer or multiple choice, or excuse me, any kind of fill in the blank, when they turn it in, it'll give you like an alert, and then you'll have to go in there and look at it yourself. So. Well, here, so we kind of did these, and I showed you all the tabs. Like I was saying, now as far as each tab is going to have the same thing, and then under assessments, that's all the stuff that you can give them as a grade. Now, most people do test and then the assignment. Can y'all see that little assignment being highlighted? Okay. What that does and everything. It's going to require you have to put the name of your assignment here. Here's the area you'd put a description, what you want them to do. But what the assignment option does is if you want to give them something to do, they have to turn into you like a Word document. It gives you these tabs here, and then they can turn that into you. And all you have to do is go on the grade book and click on it, and you can grade it, read it on the computer, and give them a grade, and then hit submit, and it grades it for them. You know, like there, see, it says how many points do you want to give. Same thing. I have a video on how to do that. I'll send you guys that too. So, what all were you? I'm just curious. What kind of were you just going to have them do quizzes, things like that? Maybe some collaborative stuff.
Well, in my class, they only have 4 tests.
Okay.
And they're multiple choice. They're based or set up just like their state tests.
Right.
The other thing I have to have is I'm going to be doing videos.
Uh-huh.
Because my class is being a CNA class.
Right.
I have to show them how to do things.
Right.
And so they've got to constantly see me demonstrate.
Right. I understand.
Like how to assist a person.
Uh-huh.
So it's a lot of video.
Right.
I'm talking about viewing me, and so it's Blackboard going to help me in that area.
Yeah. Right. Well, like for videos, they have to be, they call it an MP4. So this is what I do. Howard College gives you Camtasia. I don't know if you know that. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay. It's like, what you do is you would make your video, and then Camtasia is like the editing thing. Like you put your video into that, and then it converts it to an MP4, and then you could put it on Blackboard. Here's where, like, okay, for instance, I'm going to go back to tab number 10. See where it says build content, and then it has the item, and then right there, or is it right there? It says embed media. That's where you would put your video. And then it gives you a lot of options. You know, what else? There's the little drop down, like what kind of video are you going to use, kind of thing. Well, and I could, when you get ready to do that, I can show you how to make those if you want. Be pretty quick.
Well, see, the videos, I have DVDs that I show the students.
Right.
But 90% of the rest of the time, they're going to have to be viewing me.
I know.
Me.
Right, you'll have to video. You're going to have to video yourself, right?
Yes.
Yes. You can do your phone with that, or you can get they have the little webcams now. They're pretty cheap. You can get one of those and just like set it up where they can see you. No, I totally understand what you're saying. CNA techniques, I totally get that. They'll have to watch you. You know what you can do if you wanted to? YouTube has everything. There's somebody on YouTube demonstrating your stuff you want. You could actually post those videos if you wanted them to. You can see those.
Okay.
Is there? I'm trying to think. Is there any? Basically, I think most online courses, they do some kind of quiz. If you want them to collaborate, you could assign a discussion. You could put them into groups and say, okay, here's your discussion topic, and then most people do an assignment. That's about it. So.
Okay, where do you put like guidelines and rules for social engagement for forums?
You can put that in the description.
In the description.
Yeah, like when you go to assign your discussion board, I'm going to select a new one. Oh dear, I hope you can still see mine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me do this. There we go. So you would put your discussion in here in the description. That's where you put all the rules.
Okay.
Or you could even wherever you're going to put your discussion, you can do a little item thing on the tab and put all the instructions for the forum if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's actually really important. Yeah, it's not Twitter. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah, you'd put it in there, all the rules.
Yeah, in my ASU courses, if I can't start a course without going through, this agreement to
Right.
to be nice.
No, right. Yeah, you have to put, you put in there, be respectful. Even if somebody has a different opinion than you, this is not the place that you want to tear anybody down. So, yeah. You would put that in the description. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can hear it is kind of cutting out a little bit. You know what? I need to look. I'll immediately look at the Microsoft Teams after this.
Well, and you can call one of us to do a test meeting if you want to.
Okay, I might do that.
We've done a lot of those.
Okay. Well, I have a video that shows how to set up an exam. I have a video that shows how to do an assignment. I haven't done a video yet on discussions, but what you do is however you want to set your course up, you're going to put it for each week. Like if you were doing a class in a face-to-face, like that's what I do. Like every week in anatomy, we have something we're covering. I put that under the tabs, just like in a face-to-face, And I might even have a tab one week that says go over, continue working on your assignment, Is there anything else? Would you like to see? So I could probably do a video on how to do YouTube as well. If you wanted to put a YouTube video into your account, I can show you how to do that as well. Into your account, into a tab. I'm hearing beeping.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody's backing up. Hopefully nobody's driving down the loop, but that's all right. Well, I can do a video for that. You were asking about CNA. Now let me, I'm going to have to make a new tab here because for whatever reason, it usually lets you share your screen. It's not today. But. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm hearing beeping. Holy cow. Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
That's not me. Here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's impossible to sign in easy to anything anymore. It asks you for a billion things. All right. Man, I don't know what that is. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back here. Let me get out of this. Here we go. All right. So I do have a video on how to make a test, how to do an assignment. I can make a couple more. Let me try this real quick. Okay, a Chrome tab. Here we go. YouTube. What I was saying, and making videos of yourself is good. Don't get me wrong. I've done a few of those, but you can go to YouTube and unfortunately, I don't know about the whole. Tech. So I just typed in CNA techniques. Here's prenatal care female. Can y'all see that? Oh man, that sound is. I don't know what. That's not me. I promise. I don't know what that is. Okay, well, what I was going to say, when you click on a video on YouTube, you see it comes up what you do, and I'll send all this stuff to you guys, okay? Right here where it has share, you can either do the link right here, or you click on this little embed thing and you copy the code. Now, let me go back. I closed out my thing, of course. All right. Okay. So what I did, you can either link the video or you can do what I'm doing here. Let me go ahead and close this out. All right. Can y'all see my screen? And this is how it would work if you're going to do a video of yourself too. But what you can, everything requires a name. But, oh my goodness. There you go. See the videos there? Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying you can do it that way, or you can make it a link. And then when they click, that's available to your students. I can make a video how to do that too. Other than doing, like I said, each week, it's just like a regular semester. You know how you would plan out a week in your face-to-face? That's what you would do for your online. And if you want to give them notes, you know, like I said, under this build here, that's a file. You can post anything you want them to look at for that week and tell them to read it. If you wanted to record yourself and make like a little video or something, you can do like I did there. You can post that there. But that's what you would do. You would do it like a regular semester, just each week, whatever you want them covering, and I would mirror it as close to your face-to-face as you can. On the test part, because I know a lot of people always ask about the quizzes and they worry about students cheating and all that kind of thing. You can set the time limit for their quiz. You can make it to where they cannot backtrack. You can make it one question at a time. You can select randomize the question so that if somebody did try to take it together as a group, they will not get the same question. Does that make sense? Oh dear. I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that is. It's just, I think somebody has their mic on. So, has this helped at all? I mean,
Yes.
you know what? I should have tried the Microsoft Teams thing. I Collaborate is a little limited sometimes, but you can use Collaborate to record for your students too. It has the option to record it, and then you can post it in Blackboard. You know, if you wanted to record their screen and all that. So,
Teams has the same.
is that
If you want
okay?
to use Teams and want to try it, it has it too.
It has the same. Yeah, I kind of figured you know, Zoom has that option. Say Zoom's limited, unfortunately, but as far as the time limit goes, but Zoom, you can change your background. I can put myself in space if I want to.
It's so fun. And on Teams, you can do that too.
Oh, you can? Oh, well, see, I should have used. I think in the future I might use. Okay, I think in the future I might use the Teams thing. Definitely.
My only other question is that I think right now our logins for Blackboard are guest logins,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not sure how much.
Yeah, and you won't be able to do anything. So the first thing you would need is to send the Blackboard Learn, send them your course number, you know, like 23. I mean, the prefix, the course number, whatever your course is going to be called.
Are they working on that for us, Jackie and Ginger? I think.
Yeah, and once they create your shells, and I'll do this one more time. Once they create your shells, what you'll get, because yeah, as a guest, you won't be able to do anything. Once you get your shells created, I'm going to have to. Usually this will let me share my screen. I don't know there's a lot of people using all kinds of media now, so everything's kind of lagging a little bit. Even Netflix is. So I'm going to try this one more time. When you get your shells created, let me go to mine. So right now when I log into Blackboard, this is the stuff that I have. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. That's my classes I have now that are active, but when you come down here, you'll see like something like this. Like this says OLN Master. This is Online Master. This is an Enhanced Master. This is Hybrid. You know, Hybrid is like if you're going to do half online, half face-to-face. Enhanced is your face-to-face ones, but when you click on that, see, these are your shells. Okay, and when you click on those, it's going to come up to that view, and then you'll be able to do all that stuff we were talking about.
Okay.
And
All right.
I'm just saying, that, see this 1 through 16, and then see all these other tabs? I don't always have those available. You can, like I said, I think the least confusing you can make it, the better, you know? And let me see if I can, when I click on this, you'll see. Well, good grief, they all disappeared. That's because I have it so when they get their first access. But yeah, I go in there like this little drop down, like the webography thing. I don't even use that, and I'll just hide it. Like this is what it would look like. Here's the webography. See, you can just hide the link, and then and that little, I don't know if you can see, it says Enter Student Preview. That's what they're seeing. See, this is what your view is going to look like. When you click on that, you get their view, what they're seeing.
Okay.
So.
And then, if you don't mind showing us where to find accessibility choices for ADA.
Yeah, that's going to be under the tools. You see it says accessibility report. That it's going to be there. I'm actually, funny, I'm taking a certificate thing on that right now, the accessibility. So, yeah, it'll give it there. So it'll tell you what is accessible and what's not. Go ahead.
So, Greg, when you complete a course
Uh-huh.
and you're teaching the same course next semester,
Yes.
you have to rebuild that course.
No, that's what the whole idea of a master is, that the master never changes. And then whenever you get ready to teach another semester, Blackboard is going to copy your master. And they're going to make, like, this is my master for 2301. And then up here at the top, I don't know if y'all can see that. This is this is actually the 2301. This is the shell. So every semester, they're going to copy whatever's in your master is going to go into your new course shells. So you don't have to make a course every semester, no.
So you can have an 8-week shell and a 16-week shell that'll copy every year.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can ask them, hey, can I have? Yeah, absolutely. And
Okay.
when I say vague, I don't want people to get. I don't mean vague, and because you want dates and all that. But if you make some of your tabs like universal, so that you don't ever have to go in every single time and change something. And like if you make a video, don't reference a very specific date. You use terms like, if you're going to say, remind them of an assignment, say, now remember, this is due by the due date, right? Because if you make a video that says, hey, this is April 17th, 2020, how about that coronavirus? See, now it's dated. You know, if you use it again next year, they're going to be like, trust me, and they'll be like, oh my God, did I miss something? You know, it's like, no, it was a year ago. Don't worry about it. You know, so, but yeah, you don't have to make, your master is always the same. And that's what they will use when you go to teach every semester. They're going to give you access to your shell, and they're going to put whatever's in your master into your shell. These are the shell. Like right now, this is my spring classes. So those are the ones the students have, and I go mess with. But then down here are the masters. So I hope that makes sense. I hope. Probably what y'all need to do, and I have a couple of videos. So I'm going to send you a bunch of stuff. But once you get access to your core shells, that's when you can start playing with them, and that's probably when you'd have a lot of questions. You know what I mean?
Sounds good.
Does that sound okay? Hope I did okay.
You did.
I think the main thing I wanted to show you, and I hope you can still see it, like I said, these tabs over here, there's really not any way to do them. You can do them however you want. You can just upload your syllabus as a file. That's fine. And like all these things like content, a lot of people will put their whole class under content that are in the face-to-face. I would use the tabs, that way they're not lost, If you put it all in one area, they'll get confused. So,
Just occurred to me that is there a way on the syllabus for them to check or confirm that they have read it or viewed it?
right. Well, what you can do, I've only used it this semester. There actually is under build content. There is a, where is it? Where did it go? You see the syllabus thing? Yeah, you can put all your stuff there, and it creates a link to their content.
Yeah.
So they can click on it. But the only thing I wish there was something that when they did it, I wish it said, well, I guess it does. In their grade book, it'll say completed,
Oh, okay.
When they do something, it'll say,
They open, right?
yeah, even if you leave it open, if they do it, it'll say, that's the one thing. Yeah, I wish there was something that would say you've already done this task, but the grade book does that.
Yeah, okay.
And when y'all get ready, you can always email me.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this. I've been teaching forever, and so the face-to-face, I'm a little crispy fried on that. So I started messing with this online, but I kind of found out a lot of things that work really good, and I'll show you one real quick. If you can hide these tabs, but see the My Grades tab? Can y'all see that? Okay, that's the greatest thing in the world, because what you can do is you set your class up. Can y'all see it says upcoming? Do you see the date over here? And I wish Blackboard used a little bit better color there, but
Yeah.
it says due. See, that tells them when it's due, and it tells them upcoming, And then when they do something, it'll say completed. And they can always go to the My Grades tab and look at something. If they want to know a specific date, it tells them. See, like this is due May the 3rd.
Yeah.
And when they click on it even, and I can't in this mode, it'll tell them the time, everything.
Yeah.
So probably the first thing when you guys get your shells, when they create them for you and you get access to them, then yeah, you can go from there. But if you start playing with it, it's pretty. You get used to it pretty quickly. The only thing that'd be tricky would be the videos you're wanting to film yourself. I can show you how to do that, but I did some of those from my online lab, and you have to have some kind of ability to convert them into a file that works with Blackboard. So. So look, I have a video on how to do a test, an assignment. I can make one for discussion, and then I can also make one if you want to embed any kind of YouTube video. I can do it that way. A lot of colleges use YouTube. They'll go on there and find like 3 or 4.
You've shown us that on this.
Yeah, I did, and I'll send you this link too. But you can either do it as a link, or you can embed it the way I did it, where they can.
Anybody who watches this video will have those instructions.
Yeah. So, but like I said, you can copy. Like it gives you a YouTube. Can y'all see that? It says YouTube video there. It'll give you. All you got to do is copy the link. Now, I don't use this option a whole lot. Sometimes it gets a little cattywampus, but if I can still stay in this tab, what I started doing, because we all went online, of course, because of this coronavirus. Now apparently we're not going to be quarantined anymore. But what I started doing is I just made a bunch of videos, and see, I put them like that, and that way they're not going to miss them. So, but I can show you how to do that too. And yeah, I'll send you this link of this thing, but I can't think of anything else, because to be honest, until you guys get your shell and start messing with it, you're really not going to have, the questions. And the thing about this version of Blackboard, it's good and bad. Under this course, if you go to the bottom under course tools, you can just see, look at all this stuff. It's almost a little too much. See all the stuff you can do. So anything collaborative, I've kind of found that it allows you to go in there and select students. You four in this group, you four in this group. It'll only allow them access to that discussion group or whatever, So, but that's something that once you get your shell, you'd have to start doing it. So, do I have any? Is there anything else I can? Have I given you a good example, at least kind of where to start, or?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like you said. We just need to have a shell so we can start playing.
Yeah, and all you do is you send them the info. They need the prefix, the number, and then like you see how these are called 409. That's the last three it's like this one's 20. This is bio 2301.409, and that's online courses are either 409 or 419. That's their last three numbers. And yeah, once you get those, you can start playing with it. And this video here, I'll send to you guys. You can, if you want to see something again. But I have some other ones I made for some other people. So, all right, are y'all good? I mean, as far as once you get your shells and start playing with it, it does come around pretty quickly.
It's been very helpful.
Okay, I hope so. All right. Well, I'll send you guys I'll just send you the links in an email, and I'll try to. And Rhonda, I'll do the R. Watson. I won't. I'll make sure I get your Howard. I'll send it to all your Howard emails. So of course. So, but I'll probably have like 4 things you can watch. They're all very short too. Let me say one other thing. If you do make a video, it's good to make maybe 3 short videos instead of 1 long video, And like, there's nothing, the rule for a video, they usually say it's 5 to 10 minutes, but there are some things you can't do that are 5 to 10 minutes. And I didn't even look, I can't remember where I put that CNA video. I didn't even look to see how long it was. But yeah, try to keep them short if you can. I still have some that are 30 minutes. You can't keep everything short, but that way they can find stuff very easily if you make 3 short ones. All right, guys. I hope, like I said, I hope that helped. So let me unshare my screen.
Thanks so much, Greg.
Yeah. There we go. I didn't want to exit out. Yeah, in the future, we can just, I definitely need to look at that the Microsoft Teams sounds like it's a good thing. So definitely. All right. Are y'all good?
Good.
Okay. I'll send you this, and I'll make sure I label all the stuff. I'll send you all the stuff I have. They're really short, too. And I'll send you this link. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.